God wants us to be truthful. He wants us to speak the truth. And I think that if you do so with grace and kindness, you're always going to end up in a better place. Hey guys, I'm Alex.
And it is I.
Welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Is it okay to tell a white lie? Today, we are going to talk about lies.
Don't lie.
Is it okay to tell a white lie to yourself?
That's hard. I don't think so. I think that it's good to be truthful, no matter what. I think that the truth, as written in the Bible, will set you free. And I do think that it's not good to give somebody information that might make them do something or lead to something that could hurt them or your relationship in the future. I think even something like a white lie, saying, for example, yeah, you can dance, and then what if they end up auditioning for some dance program?
Just not to hurt the feeling.
Yeah, to surprise you, because you're always encouraging them. Yeah, you're so good at dancing or singing, and they end up completely humiliating themselves. So there are ramifications to lying, and I don't think a white lie is the way to go about it. I think, and this is so hard though, but tell the truth, but find a way to do so in the nicest possible way that you can.
How?
It's hard to do that all the time. Because there are some instances where, it's just difficult to say something like, for example, if the person that you're talking to is really bad at something that they're really proud of, and they place a lot of importance on this thing. Like say somebody's super bad at drawing or sketching, right? But they spend hours and hours doing this, and they're just so bad. Like the best they can come up with is like a stick man, and a box and a triangle for a house. And that's like maybe they're just not self-aware, and they ask you, what do you think of this? I spent like 14 months on this picture of a house, and you say, I think there are ways to help them orient themselves more correctly and see their efforts for what they really are. Another thing is that your opinion might also not be correct, because especially if it's something subjective like art or music. I mean, if somebody is like tone deaf, you can kind of say like, yeah, you can sing, but maybe you don't like the genre of music, and maybe somebody else would. So it depends. And I think that saying things in a constructive way that also put things in perspective is a good idea. But you really have to think about this carefully and give a carefully worded answer, I would say. So if somebody does ask you for something like that, you sit down and you think, and then you let them know, hey, I'm taking this seriously. So I'm going to give you my opinion. But that will at least give you some time to think of something to say that won't necessarily hurt them or as much as it might. You can kind of mitigate that. And then you can also give them constructive criticism, and you can give them direction on what you think might be the case. And you can also mention to them, it is your opinion on this. And maybe they do have some talent in certain areas. Like I said, maybe they can sing really well, but the genre of music is something that you don't particularly like. Then you can say, yeah, I think your voice is beautiful. Or maybe the voice isn't suited to the genre, for example, right? So you say, I think that you would do better in, say, maybe like a ballad or in a pop song or something like that. So
you might want to try.
Yeah, you might want to try that.
constructive.
I think that you could sing well, but I think it would be great if you try doing this in another genre. I think your voice would lend itself well to rock, for instance. If they don't have any talent at all in that thing, just try to be very gentle with them, and say, you know, I can see the amount of effort that you put into this thing, and I think it's great that you maybe just don't address it directly, just and compliment them on the effort and their tenacity, and you know, maybe say, you know, maybe they might get better, you don't know, so try to encourage them, you know, nonetheless, and say, yeah, I think if they do have a spark of creativity or something in them, try to encourage that, and then hopefully they'll get better. I'm not saying, you don't have to say it's like amazing, but you know, try to find something in that situation that you can praise, and then that kind of softens the blow if it's not that good, and they kind of like, oh, but he doesn't think it's that great. That's kind of what I think you should do. So we hope that you guys consider what we're talking about right now. It's difficult to do so in these situations, but you know, God wants us to be truthful. He wants us to speak the truth. And I think that if you do so with grace and kindness, you're always going to end up in a better place than if you just sugarcoat things and lie.
Right. It's always good to be truthful. Right? It's always good to be truthful. And yeah, that's just what we want to leave with you guys, to just say what you need to say. But if it's not the right thing to say, then just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, there's no reason to also give your opinion on something if nobody asked you, especially if it's gonna hurt the person to hear it. So I think there's a time and a place for it, and you know, if they don't need to hear it, you don't need to say it.
Yes, thank you. And yes, guys, so that was just it for our video today. Hope that you find it meaningful somehow, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and like and share and comment on our video. Thank you for watching our video, and we will see you again next time. Bye.